Today, Alex Review will mention the program Survival Alone with the Bald Guy to be able to pass the test. World, is this a test? Easy challenge. This program takes place to test that. This time, it will be quite difficult for the filming crew of the program. The terrain here is high and the kidney can eat the offering immediately, and this is the opponent of the bald guy. The case in the regional war. In the process, he was able to create the skills of automatically fasting 9 meals in 3 days. Superman, the first brother. Can the two of them survive or not? Red star down. At the end of the destination there is a short blade and some equipment such as a phone. Whoever reaches the last first can receive the status. Be a diamond member of Alex Review. No more talk. Let's see them perform. After the bumpy road. Both have arrived. The assault soldier has more experience, but the first brother. It's really equal. Both learned, slipped and fell. To avoid being like the cameraman just now. The bald guy then tore a shoe strap and tied it to the tree root and pulled it 1-2 times as a formality. The vine's firmness. Not a problem. There's really nothing to say about the head. Very good. Grabbed the vine and went down the mountain. It seemed that the guy had found the rope in the middle. The natural journey wasn't long enough. Even hadn't thought. What would Poke do next? But he directly slid down with the person. Although there were still a few small scratches on his hand. Directly led the bald guy. The big way while walking received. The way discovered a banana tree. A quick meal successfully replenished 2 liters of water nearby. There was a wild palm tree. In case of emergency, just walk. Soon up. The way can make the nose bridge more stable. Just go down the mountain. At the end of the valley, but how to get there is still a question. Then the bald guy stood on an ancient tree receiver. Looked down. At least 100 high. Looking at this picture, he immediately thought of his wife and his 7-month-old son. The bald man decided to take a detour. Planned to go down the slope. Must go in the opposite direction. Can the bald man do it together? Also felt right without the support of a map and law. Really, he must rely on the direction of the sun too. After a long journey, Mr. Trong was exhausted. To solve this, decided to dig a small hole by the river. After a while, a small hole began to be dug. Then we can. Ahead, the result is that the sole of the bald man's foot slipped as soon as he entered the river, thinking you see him break a tree otherwise. Then he pulled out his dragon-slaying sword and started. But it took him a long time. Sure enough, he continued. Moving just a little bit, he discovered a snake nearby. No detours, we took a stone and threw it at that snake. What for? Alex himself reviewed it was unclear. She saw the bald guy. At 2 wild banana trees, a delicate method had been prepared. In just a few minutes he could do it. And the thing is a wonderful seasonal picture that. After walking for a while he poked and discovered a path with many animals. On the other side of the river. It looked like a lot of things could be exploited. He immediately planned to drive longer. Before the sun. Obviously unaware of the presence. A while later, the prizes. The fragrant grilled snake was out of the oven. Eating a bite did not feel the delicious sweetness, not to mention the protein content. Comparable to beef. Turned back to him. It seemed a bit gloomy. Compared to the American raiders. Even him. He was about to start the trip. Early in the morning, everyone looked. He would decide to take a shortcut if nothing unexpected happened. Saved himself a lot of time, but the road here was not easy to go. A while later, the child also saw if you go back definitely. Instead, he eats a lot. Everyone has seen. Seeing that he is not missing any hair, he is bald at this time, also feels relieved. Maybe not. Really not. There is no other way. There is no choice. He has no other way at this time. Otherwise, he has to go back to the other road. On the other hand, the American soldier found a cave. Who among us will also ask stupid questions? And this American soldier is the same. The American soldier decided to go in to investigate, not taking 2 steps. He saw a small bat. The light is different, so he went out, searching, and found himself on the other side of the mountain. Alexei called this lucky for this guy. Directly past him poked into the KM, then the soldier roasted it and enjoyed it. Eating a bite, he immediately thought of being crispy chicken protein folded. There is no one on his side. He even wants to eat ants and successfully destroys the ant nest, then enjoys this delicacy. His poke after a while he can only think of a way to create a simple trap by using vomit. After a busy day tonight is set, he pokes to check. Surely everyone will fall. The guy really caught something, has become a delicacy. Just 2 pieces are he. Wild rats are likened to 8 treasures in the forest lake. After eating, the distance between the 2 players is less than 800 m. This surely is something that the soldier has seen. This footprint was not long ago, brother. It must not be far away. To catch up, the American soldier is thinking about something. Everyone can look and see. Self-made distance between. The shoe has broken. In desperation, the soldier obediently went ashore at this time. Both have entered the final sprint stage unexpectedly. The first man has taken advantage of the time to light a fire. Each other's story to prove. My position is the number 1 in the wilderness, the bald man actually asked. The world's leading hunger experts started. Who is the leader of the wild world? Will definitely be revealed soon. In the Pacific, offshore currents and coastal mangrove swamps directly set the difficulty of this challenge to 2 levels. Besides, there are also sharks and crocodiles here. Especially choose those asking without hair on the forehead, as if expecting something to happen. Look at the route this time. You will reach the destination first. Who can get it? From Diamond members. Alex review is still no instructions of a map and compass. Only a short blade and some equipment. Starting from the application has not yet arrived. As we know, the water in this area really not clean at all. Can only climb to the nearby cliff. Everyone, surely you see it. He poked his ass to climb up. I don't know if it's because he recently gained weight or not, accidentally broke this tree branch and had to go down to the sea to drink 2 big gulps of water. No choice. On the other hand, the words seemed to be going very smoothly. And she, thinking about the next plan at this time. The bald guy is still on the way to go swimming. Preparing the lesson, trying hard. Finally, the bald guy reached the beach. As soon as he set foot on the beach, he suddenly remembered experience. Hong Fai survived on a deserted island. Observing the surroundings, then using a knife to cut the water bottle in half. Planning to go get more soft drinks. When it rained, then the bald guy drank a sip of water. The taste can so compared to water. Glance around. Discover that this is a separate island. Want to swim across the sea. Fortunately, the water between the 2 islands is relatively shallow. Whether there are fish or not, Mr. Trong immediately decided to head to the island. While collecting, she went in, found a cave. So, what will you do with it? She immediately went down to learn about this cave. There is only one thing that can do that. Looking at these remnants. Perhaps Mother once had a big party for 8 people on his side. After 2.5 hours of arduous walking, the sky showed signs of heavy rain. Everything was surrounded by mist. However, it was impossible to do. His hair even covering his bald head. No choice. He didn't finally arrive before dark. Ingeniously crafted. Collected a lot of fresh water, so she took a good night's sleep. Blink of an eye, the next day has come. Let's see soon what happened. Say goodbye to. She moved forward, while he teased the plan to cross the forest today. To the beach. Weather this trip. Make him bald. Slow down considerably. It's not easy to get here. The elders said Hanoi can't be rushed this while. The horizon opened before his eyes. He could see the beach not far away. This made him. He was about to jump into the water to cool down his body. At this time we came to a flooded forest. This is the hunting ground of ferocious crocodiles. She had to be quick. After many hours of wandering in the mud, she finally reached the shore. It was admirable. If she wanted now, then she had to prepare provisions. Her reserve food was a simple card. Sawdust. She went to the beach. People who didn't know would think. On his side, he teased him. Predict. Eat something to gain more energy. Specifically here is dry coconut. He bald calculated a crab trap with coconut. Only need coconut. Crab is. Will not be afraid of death. 2.5 hours later, he went to check the trap. Take a closer look. The coconut crab is bigger than the bald head. This crab is really extremely group. It took him a while. It was so wonderful. So another day had passed. The sky. A beautiful sunrise on the sea. Avoid dehydration on the next journey. The top priority is to find a source of fresh water. That is a necessity that easily handled in a pure way. At this time, he was using the shell, the clam to catch fish, and then he had a delicious fish meal. A long time later. Then he rubbed some towel on his face, looking no. Singing what robbery. Then, shaking hands. Just drawing a grape on the ground. The guy started. A while later, a beautiful tank appeared. Then the bald guy found a piece of wood to use as an oar. Quickly went to the sea. The red star found a long and thin bamboo tube. And to have overcome the words after that, burn a deep hole in bacon. She can reach the next island right away. He poked at this time. Has sailed 4 or 5 kilometers. Although far ahead in terms of progress and activity. Suffocating at night observing the surroundings. Only more difficult. Not only to prevent the sea water hypothermia but also always keep busy both. Tonight most. The words have also finished building a raft. She also caught a few crabs too. Pick up late at night. This way the time has come. Friend continues. Follow this journey. The words have to move down to the sea. Immediately. Still need to pass an island, so hurriedly went. Waves break. Let the waves hit randomly on that bald head. Next all that. Ride forward. Both step into the water to help the last. Soon the bald guy saw the shipwreck was the destination. At this time it started to rain again. The poke was exhausted.